the top of the hour, get you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is to our live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and to deliver those winners at professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, today we've got Millz Young with us. We got Rod Zawacki, Alex Smart, Wayne Scott, James. We're hoping he signs in. He's looking for coverage. I've got his picks. We also have a pick from Shane. Looks like a late scratch. So that's how we've got on the lineup for this evening. Here's how the lineup: Smart, Mickle. Actually, not Mickle. Rod Zawacki in for Mickle. Young, Clark, Scott. Then I will close this one out. All right, we got college hoops on the board. Huge card from NHL, singles from the NFL and NBA. In-season tournament, we're seeing Indiana with a 9-point lead. We're talking off air here how that extra day of rest may be some help for some of these teams, right? Indiana and Pelicans will have that 2 days rest for this one. Lakers and Bucks just 1 day of rest. We'll see how that factors into it. I've always looked at stats and numbers that those teams with those 2 days rest usually are a little favorable position. But let's get this one underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Alex Smart. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll get some NBA coverage right now. We'll bring in Alex right now. I don't think he's going to agree with what I just said. Alex, what's happening?
It's not that I don't agree with what you said. Sometimes we got to, pick and choose our spots.
Right.
Overall, I think you're absolutely right, and the numbers speak for themselves. But I want to say one thing before I go against New Orleans tonight, because I am going to do it. Look, New Orleans is a great basketball team. They've really come a long way. They proved it the other night against Sacramento. I don't know if Sacramento's what we think they are, but anyway, they beat Sacramento the other night. They come in this game with a couple days rest, and they're healthy. They're fairly healthy. We got Zion Williamson not limping around, and these are all good things. But once again, we're looking at a senior-laden Lakers team that really knows how to win, and the key here is knowing how to win in big games. And man, you got to put your money. You got to put your money where your mouth is, and I'm going to put my money where my mouth is tonight. I'm going to take a Lakers team that I know is, like I said, it's senior-laden. I'm trying to be polite here. I'm not saying that they're senior citizens, but.
They're closer than others.
When you got Davis, putting his crutches aside and actually going to play a basketball game, you got to pay attention. And he's supposed to be playing tonight, so we'll see where he goes. And I think this team is ready to play. And it's interesting to note, though, just looking back at New Orleans numbers as a team, they're 12 and 13 ATS in road games. We're playing against a marginal winning team like this, 51 to 60%. And New Orleans is 6 and 22 ATS in their last 28 in road games, playing against a team with a winning record over the last couple of seasons. So, they don't always come to play against teams like this, and we can make excuses up any way we want. We can say Zion Williamson is ready and this team is ready. I do agree they are ready. They're uptrending, and this is in no way a go against New Orleans kind of situation, saying that they're a team not ready to ascend. But tonight, I'm looking at the old guys bringing out some money for us.
All right, Alex, let's go with the Lakers. Lay the 2 here against the Pelicans in this one. Interesting here. This is a one and done. This isn't a playoff series where someone can steal a game and you can adjust. You have to handicap it as a one-game series here, which what it is. We're seeing Indiana with the ball up 12 here against Milwaukee. The point spread told you the Bucks were a big favorite. Of course, we went into that factor here, and the extra day of rest. We'll see if that factors into it. We won't know until the post game. But the Bucks just don't seem to have their legs in this one today.
No, absolutely not. And like you said, some of these numbers really tell the truth about. But I just want to flip back. I have to say this again. I really like New Orleans. I like the team. I like the coaching. I like everything about them. But not tonight.
Yeah, the thing is, they've been very efficient. These are the keys with New Orleans. When you got McCollum, Ingram, and Zion on the floor, their numbers skyrocket to the moon.
Yeah, they absolutely do. And you can't go against this. You can't absolutely just say, hey, New Orleans. See, we're on a 2-point. We're on a pick 'em here. To me, 2 points in the NBA is a pick. So I got to go with the team with the experience that knows how to win big games.
Now, if I'm telling you this, is there a correlation Lakers and under? Because this total, if you watch some of the Lakers, now again on the home court is a different scenario. They play defense rock solid at home. This is a neutral court. It's a 3-hour drive from Let me tell you, the people with money, they're taking the flight the Southwest cheap flight and go and watch this game. I know Jay is there. Jay showed us pictures. He's in Vegas watching these two games. But we know that the home court, I didn't even check if, I'm pretty sure if Jay went to the game, he probably, the one admission got him in for both games. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's what I heard anyway. Yeah. So, boy, I'll tell you, he's going to have some entertainment, and let's hope those Lakers cash for us tonight.
Yeah, the Lakers, and that's why I was bringing up to that total with what you may think the pace of play will be, because we know Pelicans have just been efficient. Not really when that past 5 games been a pace this 98 possessions per 48 minutes, so it hasn't been 100 possessions per 100 minutes. So it's been doing well there pace wise. How do you see the pace going here?
I tell you the truth, I've been having a heck of a time keeping up with the new NBA. I really have. I'm still accumulating numbers and data. So for me, I think the lines makers are 99.9% right, and we're only off by a possession or two most nights, or we only have an edge of at most a possession or two. So if I was going to lean, and this is just a total lean, I would definitely say over, because I think the lines makers are also saying this is going to be a close game. So I think there's going to be some scoring. I think for me, at least 115 points each.
There we go. We got it there from Alex here. He likes the Lakers here -2 against the Pelicans. This is an interesting one. You want to watch it 9 p.m. Eastern. They changed networks here. ESPN, the first game. Game 2 will be on TNT. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Document for tonight's action. Of course, we got a big hockey card up there on the board, as well as the NFL, college hoops as well, some of the lower divisions, although there was one big major conference battle going on. What do you have going over at the site?
I've got some NHL, I've got some college basketball, I've got tonight's NFL Thursday nighter, side selection there on that exciting Steelers-Pats game, and I've got all kinds of action coming up for the weekend. I've already loaded a few selections on for the NFL for this weekend, and we're going to have lots of college football action coming up over the next month or so. And just lots of opportunities to make money. So join me. 1-month package, perfect time to do that. If you just want weekends, hey, 3-day package, not a better deal anywhere in the industry. So join us, guys.
That's right, guys. Again, over Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs, a premium. Again, on board the long-term pass will serve you well. Here we are on a Thursday, or you get all of Alex's premium plays for that prime period you select when you go to his handicapper page and make that purchase. All right, Alex, as always, great having you show. Enjoy the evening, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Looking forward to it. I'm actually going to watch this game. Take care.
You too. Alex Martin here on the drive to. Yeah, it's an exciting game in that. Both games here. We'll see how the second half runs here with the Pacers in that one. All right, let's continue on the drive through. In for Shane will be Rod Zawacki. We'll catch him over at Pick Dodge Bring. We'll bring Rod in right now. I think we're all set to go here in just a second. Rod's been good to us here. We're going to get some hockey coverage here from Rod. I think we're about ready here. We'll bring him in right now. Rod Zawacki. Rod, from the Skype world, let's bring him in from the Skype world. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much. Watching this basketball game. Good first half. Definitely can't complain about what I've seen here. Definitely, I'm on the Pacers. So
go Pacers! All right, Rod is on the Pacers here. Liking what he's seeing tonight in this game here. We kind of talked off the air. You were one of the advocates saying that two days off is a big advantage.
Big advantage, especially when you look at teams on back-to-backs in like say hockey. They can glide a little bit. You can float a little bit more on the ice. You can't glide in no basketball game. If you're on a back-to-back, those legs are going to start to burn. You're running like soccer players back and forth from one end of the court to the other, back and forth, back and forth. And if you're putting in those big 20-plus minute games, you're going to feel it on back-to-backs. And getting that extra day of rest in the hot tub soaking and recovery time, that's huge. That's massive in basketball.
Yeah, massive. Just 1 day rest for Bucks, 2 days rest for Indiana. Remember, Milwaukee had to fly in, so they have to fly in, so they have the travel day on their rest day. So there's a lot, and then of course you're getting into Vegas, so that's a lot going on there. So interesting to see how the second half rolls here. Pacers up by 12, 63-51 at the halftime. Halliburton have a pretty good day here, but again, I think the Pacers get stronger even in the second half. Right? You may look at the second half play out. You think Indiana? They're up 12. What do you think of the second half?
They're 12. I would take Indiana in the second half, and I would stick with this under because it's the pace is not as extreme as what people are thinking, and that number was pretty high. I don't see a number on it right now. I'd have to dig a second half number.
You think we would see a foul fest like a Game 7 of a playoff series where they foul? Do you think we'll get in that type of scenario?
Right? Because it could. If it comes down right down to the end and it comes down to the fouls, but if they have a 9-10 point lead, we're even going to have a foul fest.
Game right now. In game, we have the Pacers laying 3 in game. Total 243.5 right now.
Yeah, I would take the under. Full game, 243.5 for sure.
Yeah,
it's trending. It's trending to that under still for sure. That's a good value there. I would take the under.
All right, look at the lines moving around as we speak. I'm moving up a little bit here, and that one. All right, we go to the hockey tonight here. Rod, as the Flyers and Coyotes go head to head here. The Coyotes, Flyers short favorite -107. That sharpest book in the world. Could be different in other books. Total sits at 6.
Yeah, and you look at this one. Our Coyotes have been doing good. Winners of 5 straight hockey games and playing great. You look at this Flyers team. Winners of 2 straight. They won the home series versus the Penguins last time out, so they're looking to make it 3. But going against this Arizona team, going to be tough. Connor Ingram's going to get the start for the Coyotes in this one, and he's having a sensational year in goal. 11-3 with 2 shutout wins. Sub-2 goals against average with a .930 save percentage is Connor Ingram in goal. He's only given up 5 goals in his last 5 starts, stopping 154 shots in those starts. And you look on the other side, Carter Hart's going to get the start, and he's having a great year as well, but it's definitely not as good as Ingram. Carter Hart, 255 goals against average, .913 save percentage. And I said this, Mullet Arena is just a place that when they first started this arena, I don't think the Coyotes want to leave Mullet Arena. They have been enjoying it, and so have bettors. Bettors have definitely been making money when the Coyotes have been Mullet Arena at home. Top place to bet a home team last year was Mullet Arena, and it started to turn around. 4 straight there for the Coyotes. I think they make it 5 straight at Mullet Arena at this coin flip price. Put a little on that money line, and you know what we did last time? We took the puck line. I'm going to put a little bit on that puck line there at over 2 times your money. I think the Coyotes can win this 4-2, 5-2 tonight versus these Flyers.
All right, Rod says go here with the Coyotes here. Go ahead and take them here in this one here against the Philadelphia Flyers. And, of course, this is the team here in the Coyotes. They got in that favorable spot last time. We've talked about this Coyotes teams. But, this is a team you got to pay attention to, right? This is not the same team as last year, in case you haven't been following them. And I don't know. With their record this year, it's 12-11. At home, it's 7-4-1. They've returned almost 4 units for the backers. You got to wonder, are they maybe outside for a wild card?
Definitely. If they keep playing the way they're playing and winning hockey games, they definitely can make a shot and sneak in there and possibly upset a team in a playoff round. We have seen that many a times in hockey, that teams are sneaking in there in the back door and getting and raising the cup. Look what St. Louis did a few years back, where they came dead last, and that was in January. They were dead last in the NHL, came roaring all the way back and hoisted the Stanley Cup. So Coyotes are definitely an underdog that you got to watch out for. They're definitely howling. All
right, there we go with Rod here on the Coyotes -105 against Flyers. In-game price right now has Indiana -5.5, -4.5. So you think they think they may hold this lead somewhat?
You can almost get a middle if you had both sides. Now you got me tempted, because I'm like, if you can almost get a middle on that one, cover both.
Yeah, they're up by 12.
But I'll stand where I bet. I like the under in the second half.
You like the under second half. There you go. Just throwing some numbers here. In game, 5.5 Pacers. They're up by 12 now, so they can just look up 6 points in their lead. You win. Totals now 243. We're seeing some 245.5. It's all over the place, but Rod likes that under there. That was his in-game play. Any other extra bonuses, Rod?
Yeah, if you look at this Coyotes game, take Michael Carcone to get an anytime goal. He's got 6 goals in the last 6 games. He's just ripping it up. He's got 1 goal, 1 goal, 1 goal, 2 goals, 1 goal. And he's a plus 320 to get a goal tonight. They have him on the power play as well. So take Michael Carcone. I'll put the name in the chat. It's I'll put it in there. I'm saying it right. Carcone. Carcone. Been ripping it up for the Coyotes, and almost 3 times your money on him to get another goal. And the way he's been lighting the lamp, it's worth a little sprinkle there.
There you go. All right, there you go. Rod here with the Coyotes and the bonus play there. Also likes the under here, second half with this Pacers and Bucks. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Document for tonight's action. Of course, We do have lots going on tonight here in hockey. Big card in the NHL. We got a single NFL, some NBA, some college hoops as well. Rod's been tearing it up in the NFL this year. Also college football. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And over Pick Dogs Premium tonight, I've got a 3-pack going. We got my Thursday Thrashers. I've got my college basketball 10-star play of the day, my 10-star NFL Thursday Thrasher, and then an extra play thrown in there on the ice. Grab that Thursday Thrasher 3-pack as I'm going for my 7th straight winning day. 26-10, my last 36 premium plays, up over 1,000 units this month, and that's going to bump up because we're definitely higher than what that total is. So crushing it, going for a 7th straight winning day. Join me as we going for a week straight of winning over at Pick Dogs. We're crushing the bookies. Definitely use that promo code PICK at checkout. And also, don't forget that 2-for-1 capper deal. Pair me up with any one of the other hot handicappers you see over at pickdogs.com.
That guy's got a rise back over at Pick Dogs Premium. See great results, NFL and college football as well. So get on board here with Rod. Use the promo code PICK and get on board with those long-term passes. Remember, the 1-month pass will cover you for the entire bowl season. And Rod will make sure that you get the final, the college football final in there as well. So get on board right now with Rod Zawacki. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Oops, let's get back to the Skype world with Rod. Have a great night, Rod, and we'll catch up with you again here on the show on. Well, no, Steak Friday, you're off. We'll catch up with you next week, but we can also catch up here with you on the weekend shows, and also we can check out those video series, especially today. There's a big card.
Definitely check out the hockey videos. Definitely got 13 videos there, plus the NHL parlay video. 3-team parlay there for you as well. Definitely have yourself a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And speaking of bowl pass, I do have a bowl pass. I put it up, included $4.99 gets you the rest of the bowl, but I've also included the rest of the NFL season. So as you see, we're up 755 units in the NFL. Join me. You'll get the bowl pass and the NFL, one price. Check it out over at Big Dogs. And definitely have yourself a wonderful night, Tony. Have yourself a great weekend, and we'll catch you on Monday.
Catch you on Monday, so check out Rod's video series. All right, have a great night. Rod Zawacki here on the Drive-Thru. All right, let's continue here on the show. Up next, let's go ahead and welcome in Millz. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We're bringing Millz in young right now. We're going to be looking again at this really exciting Laker game tonight against the Pelicans. Let's bring him in right now. Hope get a different view here. Millz, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony? How's everybody doing out there?
Everything's going great. All right, here we go. Pelicans-Lakers is the in-game semifinal, Game 2 from Vegas. We know the Lakers are favored, total 231, but you'll be looking at this one a little differently.
Yeah, definitely, man. So in this one, I had to play on one of the teams in the game, but, not going to go in there with that because somebody else had another play on the team. But actually, glad that they did because I got a change of heart on that, actually. But, oh, well, hey, we're here to shop the props, so that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be looking at Brandon Ingram in this game. Right now, he's averaging 23 points on the year. But this is the thing. He played the Los Angeles Lakers 12 times, and he's averaging 25.5 points just versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Out of those 12 games, he only didn't go over his point prop 23.5 points 3 of those times. When it comes down to it, he's kind of like the only guy out there that can get his shot besides C.J. McCollum. Zion Williamson, he don't really have game like that. Like, he's a good physical force rebounder, can create plays, but he's not an offensive threat that, can just go out in the open court and create something off the dribble and get his own shot. Brandon Ingram on the other side, man, he came from the Los Angeles Lakers. Look at what he became after he lost the Los Angeles Lakers. Some people like to call it a revenge spot. I really like that in this one, man. When he was with the Los Angeles Lakers, his point prop was at 17.5 points, and I was giving that out back then. You think I'm going to stop now? Of course not, man. Last game out, he was the guy out there making all the plays for him. C.J. McCollum had 17 points, and Zion Williamson forgot to show up. So what are you counting for? What are you counting on? I'm counting on Brandon Ingram to go over his point prop at 23.5 points. That's my best player prop to get you on top.
All right, there we go. Millz Ingram over 23.5 points. And I can tell you, when the money was on the line, they had trust in Ingram because he played, from I can tell, this may have been a season high. He played 40 minutes in that game. And if you played 40 minutes in that game, I'm telling you, you're probably going to play the same here.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, he ain't coming out for nothing. And like I said, he also kind of runs the point guard position a little bit, just like Zion does. So he's out there creating shots too. Last game out, he was able to fill up the stat board, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He's one of those guys that he can do it all, but he don't like to, man. He like to score. He like to shoot. He's like a Carmelo Anthony when it comes down to the scoring offense. He's out there to score, and he's one of those guys to where he thinks and he believes, hey, if I'm not scoring this amount of points, we ain't going to win. And he's not one of those passive guys to be like, all right, let me, pass the ball to CJ because my shot's not dropping. Nah, bro, he'll miss like 3 shots and take 3 more.
That's right. We got Millz here with Ingram over 23.5 points here. Any thoughts here in this current game? We're seeing the Pacers up by 12 a minute into the second half. This looks to me that the Bucks just don't have their legs. They don't seem to be moving the court. Damon just knocked in a 3 to knock it down to 9.
Man, it all comes down to Dame Lillard. There's no way Dame Lillard had 0 points in the first quarter, and the Bucks plan to keep up with these guys, man. And on the other side, I mean, Indiana Pacers plus 5 points was the bet of the week. I mean, I know everybody was on it, so I mean, I don't see how it got up to 5. It was at 4.5 the night before. So, it's just one of those things. Don't overthink it. Just don't overthink it in that spot. The Milwaukee Bucks, to be honest, this whole year, they haven't covered. And when they're favorites, they haven't looked good at all. It's just been those certain games that they surprise people, and the chemistry's not there. I blame it on the coach. I don't even know the coach's first name. I don't even know nothing that they're running out there. So, yeah, man, I think it's just, the Milwaukee Bucks aren't looking like the Milwaukee Bucks of old.
Well, because Budenholzer was fired. That was the reason. Again, you got a number 1 seed, a team that has really good track history. You lose to the Heat. I know the Heat they weren't an 8th seed, and we got a coach's brother passed away during that season. You fire him. Again, it's hard for me to root for an organization like that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, to be honest on that, too, they've been waiting to fire Broomhauser. They were trying to fire him the year before that they won the championship. And I remember they were talking about bringing in, a woman or something. It was weird. I remember it. It was some weird stuff going on. But then he won the championship. And Broomhauser, man, he took the Atlanta Hawks to the playoffs with nobody, with Jeff Teague running point. So he can take any team out there to the promised land. And he took the Milwaukee Bucks when he first came over there. They just had him and sidekick Middleton. So yeah, I think they should have stuck with him, just like the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets, I think they're gonna ride Mike Malone until it's all over. You know what I mean? They haven't had a good coach since George Karl, and it seems like a lot of these teams, if they don't perform after they get successful, they fire the coach. But they already had it out for Boomhauser the year before they won the championship.
Well, being a Kings fan, what happened when they got rid of Adelman? No.
Man, that was the dumbest thing ever. And I get it because we don't get to that next level. But getting to that level is something. And then getting to there with that record, is another thing. Exactly. And the chemistry would always be there. We would always develop players. Exactly. We fired him. Then we went to Reggie Theus. And we should have kept Reggie Theus. Man, we had Mike Malone. And we fired him because he didn't get along with the front office. I mean, the list goes on. So, yeah, man, trust me. I've been on that side.
Yeah, but I knew that was a bad firing when they got rid of Adelman. I knew nothing but bad was going to happen there. There we go. Millz with Ingram over 23.5 points here. Anything else on the board? Did you see the NFL game?
Yeah, man. So in the NFL game, man, I got a few props out there. I got the prop shop going, but I would say my 2 best props I like Zeke Elliott over 2.5 receptions. Last game out, he had 4 receptions. He's one of those guys to where Bailey Zapps out there, Mac Jones, it don't matter because nobody knows who those receivers are. They're not showing up. And Zeke Elliott out the backfield, 2.5 receptions. I like that one a lot. My second one would be Pat Fairmouth over 2.5 receptions. Last game out, he had 3. Mitchell Trubisky's not throwing past 35 yards, so look for Pat Fairmouth to go over his reception prop.
There you go. We got the bonus there from Millz. But here on the show, we like Ingram over 23.5 points, Lakers and the Pelicans. All right, Millz, let's take a look over at pick.com for tonight's action. Of course, Millz showing great results over the last 7 days, 442 units of profit. All documented over at pick.com. You can verify those numbers simply by going over to Millz' handicapper page. They're there for you to see. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, man, I got my college Top Shot play up there for you guys to get your feet wet. UFC's going on Saturday. PFL, MMA's going on tomorrow. So I already went over the whole card, got my predictions and picks. I'm going to have all my bets up for UFC on the site later on today. Today's that 3-day pass on Thursday, so this should get your best value. You get all my college basketball plays, already got a college football bowl game, playoff game in there as well. So you're gonna get that pick with the purchase as well. You're gonna get all my UFC picks and NBA as well. So yeah, man, it's the time. Pick dogs, we got it all up over there. Team me up with your hottest cappers out there. I heard there's somebody out there making like 30K. So hey, man, who knows, man? Team me up with him and let's see what we can win, you guys.
That's right, guys. Got a word with Millz Young over at Pick Dodge. You see the good results here over the last 7 days. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Perfect time to get that 3-day all sports pass on Millz. All his plays, NFL. We got college football, Army, Navy coming up. We got the NBA. We also got the UFC coming up on the weekend. MMA action. Get on board with Millz. Use that promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off. Right, Millz, as always, great having you show. See that success. We'll catch up with you again next week. But you got a lot going over at Pick Dogs. Your UFC rundown, your MMA rundowns up there, as well as your props.
Yeah, man, you guys can go ahead and check out the prop shop. We're dropping it daily, 9 a.m. Pacific. We've been on some heaters, man. Yesterday we went 7-2. Day before that it was 9-1. But yeah, so go ahead and check it out. I go over everything for you guys. Sometimes I go into more detail depending on how many props I have. If I have too many, then I just get straight down to the point. Besides that, went over the UFC card for you guys today. That should be up on the site as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a free. Wait, let me. Is Wayne talking about boxing, Tony?
Wayne, not a boxing pick today, no.
Cool. I got one for you guys, man. Take Devin Haney to win by decision. He's going to be taking on Prigris or whatever his name is this Saturday. But yeah, take David Haney to win by decision. He's a minus 370 favorite on there. David Haney ain't putting nobody out. I think the fight goes the distance.
There you go. They asked in the chat room. Casual base guy asked. Millz delivers. All right, Millz, have a great night. We'll catch up with you next week.
All right, man. Appreciate you guys out there. And Pelicanos.
Keep an eye. You got it there from Millz. Millz Young here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Let's get some NFL coverage right now. James Clark in the Skype world. We'll bring him in and catch him over at Pick Dodge Pin. We'll bring James in right now. Ready to roll with James. James, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. How you tonight, buddy?
Doing great. I'm enjoying what's happening here. We see that the Bucks are cutting in that lead, Indiana by 5 here as they start the second half. So they're cutting in that lead with a lot of bench scoring there by the Pacers in that first half. But Giannis going to the line, looking to cut it to 3. So a big run here by the Bucks. All right, we're going Monday night, Thursday night football here with James, as we're going to be looking here at this Patriots-Steelers game. We've seen this line come down a bit here. Steelers down to a 5-point favorite. The total sits at 30.
Yeah, guys, he's looking at these two teams, and, they're definitely going two different directions. They are a lot of injuries on both teams. You look at the Patriots, 10-2, got shut out last week, and, if it wasn't for Pittsburgh's defense, they wouldn't have the record that they have. But, I ain't looking at the spread here. I'm looking at the money line, guys. I like the Patriots, guys. I think they come out after getting shut out last week. Zappley's got a whole week of practice. Being a starter, I think he's going to perform a lot better. I know they're going up against a tough defense against the Steelers, but the Patriots ain't bad of a defense either. They held the Chargers, which have weapons everywhere. They held them down, and seems like Pittsburgh can't hardly move the ball here. So you're probably going to see a lot of field goals in this game. But I like the Patriots on the money line, guys. I think they bounce back here. I think Belichick's got something up his sleeve. Elliott, Stevenson's out. He's going to be the main man tonight. He's going to get a lot of carries. It's been a long time since he's been the sole starter. Get quite a few carries. I just look for England to come out and maintain, stay close in this game and win it at the end.
All right, we got James here, Patriots money line, plus 220 here against the Steelers. Yeah, I can't argue that. I mean, I know Belichick gets a lot of heat, but, man, that defense has been playing well. You can't fire a coach when you're playing this type of defense, guys. I'm sorry. Just find an offensive coordinator, get a quarterback. But when you're playing the defense the Patriots are playing without any offensive contributions, you have to tip your cap off to the guy. And I know a lot of folks out there just trashing Belichick. Man, the defensive performance, they've given up last 3 days, allowing 8.7 points a game. We knew it was a risk here when you got Mac Jones and Zappi. This is some of these guys are hit or miss, but it looks like 2 swings and misses. They got to get back and maybe get a better quarterback in the offseason.
Yeah, that's the big key for New England. Get them a quarterback. Not even you got to go get your all-star. the team that they got with that defense. You just need to get somebody that can get the ball down the field or complete, a 10-yard pass to get a first down. Another 10, just get you down the field and get you, in that red zone. You got Elliott, you got Stevenson, you got Hunter Henry, you got some big boys right there in that front line. The tight, like I said, Henry, tight end that can box anybody out. Used to be a basketball player. Elliott can run over about anybody in the NFL. Stevenson, same way, big old boy. You just need to get you a quarterback that can get you in the red zone or close to it, and then let your starters do the rest. You don't have to have some big superstar quarterback, and I think that's what they do tonight. I think Zappoli does just enough to get him down the field and get him, in the red zone. And I think Elliott takes care of the rest, and then give it over to your defense with the lead. A defense that's played solid all year long, and I think they hold a struggling Pittsburgh team down that hasn't scored much all year anyways.
Yeah, I mean, look what they did against Arizona. We saw what Arizona, the Rams did their defense. They couldn't do a thing with the new offensive coordinator. And then, of course, now you're going to look at Trubisky, who, again, Trubisky's someone, and I'm going to say this right now, as Milwaukee is now taking the lead on Indiana, 71-69. Huge run to start. The Pacers just looked rattled here. They just looked not confident. They just took the lead back on a 3. But, yeah, the issue here, with Trubisky is, he got away with a lot of mistakes in Chicago. A lot of interceptions were dropped, and his numbers I thought could have been a lot worse based on his decision making in Chicago.
Yes, they could have been. The offensive coordinator, held Trubisky down. Told him, you don't throw over this far yardage. Keep it down, keep it low. You see the open guy, knock it down. And Trubisky he takes shots. And if you got a coordinator that'll let him take shots, he'll throw in interceptions. I look for that tonight. I look for Trubisky throwing an interception. And I swear I look for his defense, like I've said a couple times already, just to step up. And I look for Elliott to do the rest, guys. There's a bonus play that I really like. I look for Elliott to score 2 touchdowns tonight, guys. It's like plus 12 or 1,400, something like that. I do. Elliott. He's done it before. I know not with New England, but when he was with Dallas, when he was the bell cow running the ball, and it looks like he's going to get most of the work, if not all of the work. I think Montgomery may come in here and there, but I think Elliott's going to be your bell cow tonight, and it wouldn't surprise me if he don't get 2 touchdowns tonight, guys.
There you go from James here on the. It's now a 4-point lead for Milwaukee. It looks like Damian's going crazy here in this third quarter. 76-72. The Pacers have just lost a lot of confidence, feeling the nerves, I think, of this Bucks run. That's what happens with these inexperienced teams. James, is that when they make the run against you, it looks to me that right now these Pacers are just feeling the heat. They're just like looking to pass the ball. They don't have that aggressiveness right now.
Yeah, Halliburton needs to take over right now. Your starters got to step up right here. You only got one game. It ain't like the playoffs. They go tied 1-1 and be satisfied and play the next game. You win here, you in trouble. So, Damon, they doing what they brought him in to do. Taking over here in the third quarter. He stepped up. So. Indiana needs an answer here, or they're going to get in trouble. They may, if they don't do something here quick, they may start getting blowed out.
They went into halftime with a 12-point lead. They're now down by 4. We haven't even played half the third quarter.
Yes.
That's a little concerning here. Patriots money line plus 220 against the Steelers, 8-15. Interesting, the lines come down, but the money line has pretty much stayed the same here. So you always look for those money lines, James. There is some value there.
Yes, I do. Especially, I was looking at the number here. Even though I think there's a lot of money on the Steelers, and then at 6.5, and then 5.5. And then like you said, it dropped down. It dropped down to 5.5. I think 5 in places the number dropped, but that money line has stayed the same. It may have went a tick down to like 230 to 225, but that's about it. It's pretty much flattened out around 230, 225. So I love it. I think New England coming off a shutout comes and gets Belichick a win here on Thursday night.
There we go. Patriots money line plus 220 against the Steelers tonight here at 8:15 Eastern Time. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, James, tonight we've got games on the board here. from the NBA, as well as college hoops, NFL, and more. James doing great work here over the last 7 days. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Guys, I had a 3-pack just that went off when the Bucks game started. But I still got my best NBA play up there. You know what game it is? It's tonight in the Lakers and the Pelicans game. A play that I really love, guys. One of my 10-star plays. If you've been hopping on my 10-star plays, you know what we've been doing over there. So get on this 10-star play. You know, if you got my 3-pack, we're going to go 3-0. If you get the 10-star play, we're going to go 1-0. Whichever pack you go, we're going to put money in your pocket. So, like I said, get that. And like I say every time we're on the show, guys, we got the best cappers in the world, and we do by far. So team me up with anybody you've seen today on the show or it's on the site, and we'll put some money in your pockets.
That's right, guys. Again, we're with James Clark over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great past 7 days. Good time getting up over with James with a long-term pass. Remember the 38 pass gets to the entire bowl season here, as well as all the NFL, college football, NBA, and more. So get on board with James Clark. All right, James, as always, great having your show. See that success, and hope to catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, Tony. Appreciate you having me on the show with Cassius, Patriots money line, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, guys.
Exactly. James Clark here on the drive to. Let's continue here on the show. Guys, you missed a pick. We'll recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Up next, we're going to bring in Wayne Scott. Catch him over at Pick Dog Premium. We'll bring in Wayne here in just a second. Of course, I'll ask Wayne about this run here by Indiana as we've been watching this one by Milwaukee. And Wayne, what's happening? You're on mute there, Wayne. You're on mute. You're on mute. See if Wayne can get the unmuted here. In case you're back.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, what's going on? What's going on? Okay.
All right, Wayne. We've just seen this Bucks make this big run right now, and we can give you the in-game odds right now. It's around the point spread right now. We've got Milwaukee now favored in-game 6.5. There's numbers up there. We see the totals come down to 246 in this one right now, in-game right now, as the Bucks have seemed to have had this huge run in the third quarter.
Yeah, man. For me, I stayed off this game. I wanted to watch. It was a Bucks money line and Indiana spread. I thought the spread was pretty dead on, and like, as you said, third quarter, we're still right here. So, I'm still feeling the same way, man. I feel like the Bucks pull it out late. Indiana will make their runs. Offensive teams, they always make their runs, but I think Bucks do enough to advance. So. Same feeling, man. Same feeling. Despite how it's played out so far in this third quarter, I like Bucks money line and that 5.5. If you got Indiana at that, I think you're feeling pretty safe on that end as well.
All right, yeah, a 4-point lead right now for Milwaukee, overcoming that 12-point deficit. We've only played 7 minutes in the third quarter, and Giannis got away with an offense. I don't know if they call that an offensive foul, but man, he just stuck an elbow on a Pacer guy, and let's see what they're doing here with this one. But anyway, it should be interesting as we finish it off.
What's the total at? Is it creeping back up around that 257? I think the people that got on the line late be pretty screwed.
It's between 245.5 and 243.5 right now is your in-game.
Okay.
In-game, and I'm seeing in-game up to, I'm seeing between, right now, Bucks between 7 and 7.5 point favorites now in-game.
Yeah, man, it's looking like it's going to stay under. So for all the people who ran and bet that over and shot that over all the way up, y'all better pray for a big fourth quarter because every time I looked at the line today, it was going up like 2 points on the over. I'm like, dang, it's already high enough. Another 2 points, another 2 points, another 2 points. So I know all the people who bet it up like that are hoping for a huge fourth quarter.
Yeah, Pacers feeling the pressure, man. They may not be ready for the big time here as the Pacers really a little nerve-wracking. Well, Halliburton gets beat off the dribble, and let's see, Bucks ball. So long possessions here don't help these overs. The Bucks have had the ball for a while here. Offensive fouls and, of course, side outs. So we'll see how this one rolls. Interesting game here. But all right, here we go here. Now we got the Pelicans, Lakers. We're not going to be looking at the game. We're going to be looking at this team here with the Pelicans.
Yes, sir, man. And it's early in the season. They've been without a starter, Trent Murphy, majority of the season, and they took Cullum. He's now back in the lineup, but these guys weathered the storm, man. They're sitting at 12-10. They're 8th in the West. The West is mighty tough, but I think getting them at -115 Pelicans to make the playoffs is a good place to be. I really like and love this team. Great start depth. These young guys are playing well. The Dyson Daniels, Hawkins, men with the old veterans, they still Alvarado out, and Larry Nance comes in and play good. Like I said, they got Trent coming off the bench now. They're kind of working him back in, but that just shows how well that the guy starting in front of him is playing defensively. They sit 16th in turnovers, 17th in rebounding. I do believe those numbers will be up. But one thing that I love right here is they're 12th in offense efficiency and 13th in defense efficiency. Above middle of the pack. And like I said, they're just getting healthy and getting guys back. So I expect them to play even better offensively and defensively now that they got these guys back. Let me expand a little bit more about that 12th ranked offense. They're 7th in field goal scoring. These guys can get to the rim like no other. They're 5th in free throw attempts, 19th in three-pointers, but they were missing their 2 top three-pointers, so I definitely expect that to come up. On the defensive side, they're 4th in defending the 3. They defended 3 real well. I remember this from last season. They come in continuing to defend the 3. 12th in field goals, so they're not giving up easy buckets. This team is ready to play, man, and this team is equipped with depth. Sitting at 8th already in the West with missing pieces. This team is always going to be a tough out at home. They're 8-4 at home. I do continue to expect to continue seeing them win at home, but I expect them to pick it up on the road. They haven't been too great on the road. It's just tough to win on the road without depth. And like I said, with them adding this depth, we're getting the number at -115. The books are pretty much at a pick 'em. And I like for them to make the playoffs, man. I like this Pelican team, barring injury. Zion's playing well. My man Millz was talking about Ingram. Ingram's playing well. This team is loaded, man. They got a good big man to counter teams with good big man. Your Bees, your Jokic's out there. They got Valanciunas. He's a very good center defensively. And every once in a while on the offensive side, you can put up good numbers. So I like the Pelicans to make the playoffs, man. It's my pick for the night.
All right, so Wayne says taking Pelicans to make the playoffs. Not for this matchup here. It's just Pelicans to make the playoffs -1. We got enough game coverage on the Pelicans Lakers for you, but we're going to get to the playoff team, which I kind of agree with. Right, the Pelicans again. We've talked this over and over. McCollum, you've got Ingram, and you've got Zion together. They're just super efficient team.
Very efficient, man. Even the role players. We can talk about the stars that run this team. They definitely get the job done. 3 20-point plus players, but you got guys like Trent Murphy's young guys making a great improvement, not just on the 3 ball, but they're improving their game all around. He's getting to the rim and he's buying into the playing defense. I'm missing a player who's starting for Trent Murphy, and it's killing me that I cannot remember his name right now.
See, Alvarado's come back. I know he's.
Who's at the 3 out of 4? Who's the 3 of the starters?
We got Herbert Jones.
Herbert Jones. There you go. That's the name I'm mentioning. This guy has been out very long guy. He does everything that they ask. He's normally the one that they put on the best player. So guys like Ingram and Zion don't got to stress out on defense. And he's the reason why Trent Murphy's is not just pushed right back into that starting lineup, man. I don't blame him. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Let him keep going out there, guarding the best guy on the team, putting up about 10 points, but they don't need him to score because they got Zion, McCollum, and Ingram scoring. So this team is loaded, man, and I'm going to keep continuing to preach about the rookies coming off this bench that are playing. Hawkins and Dyson Daniels, man, both of these guys are scoring well off that bench, and it's going to help and pay dividends later on in the season and help these guys stack that win. And this West is going to be tight. I definitely see it being tight, but I think they'll win those extra games to get them over the hump. They got the players to get them there.
Yeah, I mean that. I'm just thinking about that 9 versus 10 matchup it's going to be a really good matchup, believe it or not, in the West.
No, facts. Though the playing games, all that it's gonna be tight, man. But they got a lot more depth. Some of these teams that are around them right now, Tony. You got the Rockets and the Clippers. I feel like they have more depth than them. Suns are they got the same amount of wins, but one game lost. Kings may take a little step back this year. Lakers and Mavs, they only got one. They're only one game ahead of the Pelicans and one game in the loss column. So they match up well with all those teams, man. I can definitely see them just keep creeping up in this lineup if any of these teams miss players or start slipping. So keep an eye on it. It's tight, but I definitely like the Pelicans to make the playoffs this year.
Pelicans make playoffs minus 115. All right. Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, NBA, we got the games from college hoops as well. NFL, what do you have going on with the site?
Yes, sir. Smacked my play of the day yesterday. Overall, had a losing day yesterday. Just one play today. It will be in this Lakers Pelicans game. If you want to cop on that play with me, head over to the site and grab that play. Plenty of action this weekend. You can always get that 3-day, 7-day, or 30-day. Pair me up with one of these top guys you see here. And let's continue to cash, man. Let's get this money tonight. Let's nail this game, and let's look forward to tomorrow, man.
That's right, guys. Got to with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs. A premium, get those long-term passes, your best value now. Also, remember the multi-capper promotion. You can match Wayne with another capper, even greater value there. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again next week, if not sooner. But if we don't catch up with you tomorrow, we can always catch up with you on the weekend shows and your boxing video series.
Yes, sir. I will be there on this weekend. If something jumps out to me, I've been on a little roll this week on my free pick, so I'll try to get y'all a third banger if I can get on the show tomorrow or something jumps out to me. I'll try to hit that trifecta for y'all this week. But on to the boxing. Millz gave out a pick, and I totally agree with him. You asked me about this pick 2 years ago. I'm riding with Regis, man. Very powerful puncher. But right now, in the way Regis has looked in his last 2 to 3 fights, I definitely see Devin Haney winning this fight on the card. Regis has not looked too well. Devin Haney stepping up. Devin Haney has fought in the better competition over the last 2 years. Younger fighter, slicker fighter. Devin Haney, I agree exactly with Millz. The over, neither one of these guys will stop each other, and I like Devin Haney to win by decision.
There you go from Wayne Scott. All right, Wayne, have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again until next week.
All right, Tony T, I'll holla at you. I appreciate you for having me. Good luck on all your bets tonight, Pick Dog family. Let's get it.
You got it. Wayne Scott here on the drive-thru. Guys, we'll have the recap for you in just a second. Nothing starting here at the top of the hour. We'll get to my play, and then we'll get to the recap here in just a second here. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru here. We'll go ahead and get my pick up here. College hoops, one of those lower profile games, but I'm just going to be, it's kind of pretty much a bet against a really bad team here. Let's get my game up for you right now. It's not going to be this one. I must have hit the key here. Got off the wrong game. Let me go ahead and get it corrected here. Up. In 1 second here. It's not going to be this one. I think I know what I did here. Let me get this corrected here for you. Oop. 1 second here. Let's go to the next game here. Not this one. Not this one. Nope. Not that one. Wait a minute. Let me find out which one it is. Oh, it's this one here, right? Little Rock and Central Arkansas. Yeah, so we're going to really go. It's a play against Central Arkansas, which is just a really miserable team here. So let me see. I should have had this set up here. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and lay the favorite here with Little Rock here, laying the 6 against Central Arkansas. Central Arkansas, 319th ranked team in all of college hoops this year. Just really bad. 351st in the nation in defensive efficiency. 314th on the offensive end. Just a poor scoring team inside. They're getting up 39% from 3, weak on the defensive glass. And, of course, the Trojans here, a very strong team on the offensive glass. Good score team inside. They make their free throws. They force turnovers on defense. They defend the perimeter. This Central Arkansas team is really bad. We'll go ahead and lay the 6 here with Little Rock from the SoCon tonight. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs. I got a best bet on the board tonight from the NBA. You can also get long-term pass with me, my 3, 7, or $30 sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period you select. When you go to my handicap page and make that purchase, remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. You can also add a multi-capper with the multi-capper promotion, making it even a greater value there. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's go ahead and let's get to the recap for tonight's show. Alex came in, said he liked the Lakers -2 against the Pelicans. Shane, Iowa State, Iowa over 153.5. Shane was not able to be with us today. Ron was on the Coyotes, minus 105 against the Flyers. Mills, Ingram over 23.5 points. James likes Patriots, money line, plus 220 against the Steelers. Wayne was on the Pelicans to make the playoffs, minus 115. I'll be on Little Rock laying the 6 against Central Arkansas. The one I like the most, I'm with James here. Patriots plus 220 against the Steelers. I mean, Trubisky against a Belichick defense. At least the Patriots can run the ball. Steelers' run defense has not been sharp. I think they give up 4.3 yards a carry. We saw what the Cardinals were able to do there to that Steelers defense. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. Bring our cappers here from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. They'll have the games for you here in primetime. Big NBA card tomorrow, 13 games on the board. Also, remember, it always gets started with that morning show, 10:30 a.m. each time during the week. We got Mitch, we got Jay, we got Chris. We also have Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes, his betting tools show, roundtable discussion with the professionals. We also have Chris with his wraparound, Jay with his NBA and NFL rundown. Also, Ron Zawacki and NHL video series. We got also the boxing series here from Wayne. We also have Ron Romanelli with his college football, college basketball rundown videos. All access with Big Al McMorty. We've seen Costy's videos up there as well as Sharp Trading Plays. And boy, more and more video series against the public betting here with Dana Lane also on the channel. And of course, Mills, we can't forget Mills' video series here as well, as he features his UFC rundown as well as his prop video of the day as well. All right, that's going to do it here for the show. I'd like to thank everybody here in the chat tonight. Big Buck in there as well. Looking at we're getting some plays here from some of the chat. So let's put up what we got in the chat. Actually, I got to shrink this. I made it too small. Anyway, we've got Kraken here from our man Big Buck in the chat. Also looking at Pitt here plus 4.5 there from our guy Big Buck in the chat room. All right, that's going to do it here for our show. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here for tonight. From John Stewart to Adrian Hinsey, Ramon in there, Randy C. Ramon likes the touchdown under 33.5 yards, minus 120. Blake in there. Shout out to Blake as well. Rod in there as well. James Thor, Andy Edelson, and more. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. All right, that's going to do it for the show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight's show. Going to wave goodbye, guys. You guys